So just recapping the sermon from this week, came to us from none other than the mama of the house, Pastor Renee. Whoop, whoop. So thank you, Pastor Renee, for bringing that awesome message. I know it hit me deeply on a special day, so I was very thankful for that. Pastor Renee was talking to us about the story of Samuel. And that was a story that I hadn't really ever paid a lot of attention to or learned a lot about. So it was really nice to hear her perspective on it. And she was talking a lot about how Samuel must have felt when he was called to leadership before he felt ready. Basically, a lot of bad things had happened around him, and he was the only person to step up and be a leader. And, he must have felt like an imposter, is what she said. And man, I have felt like that in my life before. She was bringing the message that it doesn't matter if you don't feel like you deserve it, or if you feel like your past or how you were raised, if you don't have those things right, that you're not going to be enough. Well, and then she just told us that it doesn't matter if we're enough at all, because we have a God who is enough. And that was awesome to be reminded of, because I know that I'm not the only person here who has felt like they weren't enough, or that they could be a better mom or a better spouse or a better friend or a better employee. And yes, we should always be striving, for growth and to get better. But how encouraging is it that even if we fall short, we have a God who is enough, a God who has all the resources and all the knowledge, all the know-how, and where where our skills or our talent ends, God picks that up and he's there for us. And that was really Pastor Renee's driving home message, was you have help. You have help. And I wrote that down right away, and I circled it, because how comforting is that? Perfect message for Mother's Day. All of our comforting moms out there got to be comforted by that, because it's true. Sometimes I feel like compared to a super mom, because I work and I have all these kids, and somehow I get it done and I still serve the church or whatever. But how is it being accomplished? God. Pastor Renee said that. She said, if you see that I've climbed a mountain, know that I didn't get there by myself. I got there with the mighty power of God. And I definitely feel like that was Samuel's story, and that's definitely my story, that I have felt alone before. I have felt like I wasn't enough before. I felt like it's too late to be different, or it's too late to be a better person. And maybe kind of like that imposter, like Pastor Renee was talking about with Samuel. And, God just said, well, you're called, you're going to be a mother, you're, going to have a career, and you're going to accomplish these things. And don't be scared, take heart, because I'll be there for you, with you. And that's the message for all of us. He's there for all of us. He's available to every single one of us, like infinitely. There's not too many favors to ask. There's not too much help to be given. And so I just took that message, and it encouraged me all week. I went back to YouTube and I listened to the sermon again and again, because thankfully Courageous has a YouTube channel and I can do that. But anyway, I love to go back to the message and listen again and get those points and those highlights. And I'm glad that I got to share them with you today. So thank you. And I hope this motivated you, and I'll see you Sunday.